He is basically playing hacky sack by himself right now. He's getting even a foot into the level.
Occasionally giving a cursory glance towards the floating area and like, the fuck are you doing?
Stealing my show! Stealing my show!
Hagen's woodcutting came out pretty nice this time. And Yolona's map came out average to decent.
Yeah.
So
it's eligible at least.
I mean, you could probably sell it. It's not that bad. It just the average of a map maker, basically.
Implying she's ever going to sell her maps. Clearly, you don't understand Deep Gnome, sir.
She will make so many maps and then make houses out of maps. Nothing but.
But anyway,
I could actually see Ilona, like, she has her room back at the Cartographers Guild, and it's just like the walls are covered in maps, like a 14-year-old girl's bedroom wall with posters.
Oh god.
Oh god.
Well,
which poster is your waifu?
It is obviously the one with random spot, please. The Sea of Fallen Stars, because it sounds pretty.
Well,
wonderful.
So eventually.
So it says here. Let's see. You can change the target's altitude up to 20 feet in either direction on your. If you are the target, you can move up or down as part of your move. Otherwise, you can use your move action to move the target, which must remain with the spell's range.
Yeah.
So,
sure.
So it's part of my move. So I can move horizontally as well as vertically.
Yeah, sure.
I believe that's what it says. Yeah.
Anyway, if night finally comes to you all, and Kara does her prayers, and it's kind of night crawls in, a fog, a low fog comes in.
Oh, good. I'll stay.
It's very opaque and clear, but it is hanging very low and being very opaque, meaning you can see through it easily. But the further away you seem to look into it, the thicker it seems.
Oh.
So it's just for the people who are transing that can see this, or
yeah, wherever's on guard.
Hagen is sleepy, so no seeing.
And I'm sure we're taking shifts.
I mean, it's
Reem is
awesome.
transing again.
Yeah. So the trans people are aware, so they can just like, I see what you're doing, motherfucker. Fuck off.
Don't you trash it around me, you little bitch.
Robot snores.
If I start to abuse the nature check rolls, just yell at me, Sax. But is it a...
Don't abuse nature, you sick fuck.
Rolls. Does it seem like a normal fog for this area?
I mean, you know that this place, when it gets cold due to all the water bodies near here, the fog likes to crawl down from the mountain ranges and then spread out to like border all the forest areas, but not really entering them.
Okay, I was just asking because there's Desert's Mouth Mountains right next to us.
Yeah, and you know that these fogs usually don't last that long. They dissipate quite easily. It's not like you're in the heat of the desert or anything. It's just this border region makes kind of the weather unstable in general in this region.
Right. You have a quick coming fog that kind of just burns off real quick. The lower it gets, the further it gets away from the source.
Yeah. You know, it's a cold night, so
not too out of the norm, but possibly a little iffy.
So throughout the night, who keeps watch and in what turns?
Reem will take one of the dead of night turns.
As will Ilona.
Especially the elves and the underground people will be night people.
I guess Kata could take like the morning watch, like just before everybody's getting up. Last one.
I'll take first then.
Gotta use that dark vision, yo.
I'll take post midnight.
Aaron will take the second to last watch.
I mean, we
we're
don't
only
have
resting
to
for
split
8
it up
hours.
everyone's awake.
Right, we're only
We have
lasting
plenty of
8 hours.
people. Yeah.
Gotta sleep for the humies who sleep 8 hours for some reason. I mean, wow, that's a long time.
I mean, Hagen is pretty much aware all the time because he's.
Hey, guess
old.
what? It's a longer time when you only live 30 years. Fuck you.
Haugen's a big
I
boy.
can transfer.
Yeah, he's on the last legs of his life. He's 28. He is not gonna last
How
long.
terrifying.
Poor boy.
So
Hog was a bird, man. He'd be elderly as fuck and senile.
No.
the fog still stays throughout the entire morning.
Stupid fag.
And when it comes to
Oh,
God damn it! I knew someone was gonna do that.
What?
nothing.
That's
Moving on.
Fog strangely.
Stupid fag.
well, as I was going to say, in Hagen's shift, Hagen notices very swift movements in the fog.
Oh no.
He's
Can I
a
stab it?
deceptive boy.
They're distant at first, like at least 60, 70 feet away, but it's shaking up the entire fog. But you can't really hear any footsteps or anything similar to like
Yeah.
sounds on the ground.
Yeah. So Hagen is just going to.
Sound the alarm.
Well, he's not going to sound the alarm, but he's going to have his shield and his sword ready. And we're talking glacial grace here because he doesn't like face shit. Fuckers go to die. So he's just gonna wait and be ready. Be ready to shout like a goddamn crazy person.
So, situation is normal. Got it.
Well, you see them this movement. They dash through the fog forward and back. No seeming real direction around. Like they seemingly unaware where you are, Hagen. But you do notice something.
What
Your amulet that you got fairly recently is shaking a tiny bit for you.
Oh no! Hagen is just going to, he just looks down and it's just, his face hardens. He's like, oh. And he's just gonna prod one of the wizardly people, or formerly known as Warlock Mr. Little Boy.
Yeah. He kind of groggily gets up.
I think that's fair about. He knows a lot about them, or?
Well, I mean, oh boy.
Yeah, rolling hit die because I forgot to do that these past 2 days.
How quickly would Rima notice the shaking pendant and the weird fog movement?
I think Hagen would point it out.
Ah, okay.
You don't notice his hammer shaking.
Oh.
You do, however, eventually noticed the quick movements through the fog.
Would be an Arcana check to figure out what might be going on.
Some fuckery, obviously.
Or would it be a something else check?
Well, it's very vague. You don't know. It's a bit of a shot in the dark. You can give a roll and I'll set the DC depending on which skill you use.
Shot in the dark. Eldritch Blast it is.
I'll go with Arcana for now to see if I can recall anything vaguely relevant that's magical.
It's magical.
Well, you do think that the idea that Hagen telling you that his teeth amulet is shaking and making noise
is ominous as hell.
But as you don't see it, it's very weird. You don't think there's anything magical about this fog, though?
What about the movement in it?
You don't know what it is. It's too vague to find out.
Yeah, it's just movement. That's all we're seeing.
I mean, Hagen has heard one like tap on the floor, on the ground once.
Tap tap tap.
Like if you would take one silent step, Hagen, that's what you have heard. Otherwise, you've just seen these movements.
I'll stay awake for now and see
Thanks.
if anything happens.
Mm.
And now there's two people keeping watch.
Yes, one with big eyes and one with, magical eyes. Together they watch crime. Yeah.
I'd watch it.
Yeah, I'd also watch crime.
I'd also watch crime and also try to, do something about the crime instead of just watching it like some sort of sick show.
Yeah.
Well,
What are you doing? Why aren't you doing anything about this? Come on!
Don't
Or eating
worry.
popcorn.
I saw everything.
It was hilarious.
Don't worry, I have photographic memory.
And evidence.
Yeah, exactly. It's right here in my head. Get shot.
Just check my Facebook, you'll know.
I've been live streaming this entire thing on Twitch.
Yeah, man. Follow my YouTube channel.
Like,
Okay,
favorite, and subscribe. Anyway.
Okay, let's fucking play this game again. So, what happens during the night? Do we get stabbed?
You're all dead because you called yourself cops.
Ah, shit! I knew
Never
that the
call
Fae don't
himself
like the
a cop.
law.
Fuck the police.
Okay. Hmm.
Mm.
Hmm.
Mm.
Hmm.
Ooh.
Oh no. What's this?
So,
Hello?
the night, despite this movement, doesn't happen anything else.
Okay.
It's good.
Yeah. So Hagen is, I assume everyone wakes up alive.
Oh,
Yeah.
wake up dead.
Hooray! It's a good song. Right. Hagen just carefully and stealthily, as stealthy as he can be. He's just gonna walk up to Rosamund. And he's just, I really did see something out there. It was, it looked a lot like a goat, except he had a mouthful of teeth, and its head was as big as and he just points to his entire torso. You have any clue what that is, or should I ask Ilona or something?
A vague clue, but oh boy.
Well, I can explain it well, but like what Hagen saw in the pocket of the fog, to his, amazing eyes.
Oh boy.
You catch a glimpse in a pocket of the fog. It's the head of whatever this was. A quad of horned human, a quad of curved horns atop a humanoid face with scales and shark-like teeth. Its head the size of Hagen's chest.
Terrifying.
It's a freaky creature.
Did it do anything else aside from just look scary?
Well,
no, it didn't. But and he just holds up the teeth necklace and says, "I think this did it. Made sure we were safe."
Well, this is going to be interesting if it's what I think it is.
Right.